Fan and Holtz wrapping things up here from Dooley Field. Holtz, where tonight the Jackets get a much-needed win over their arch rivals, the Blue Ridge Tigers, in big fashion by the final of 56-20.
Yeah, they had a really good offensive performance. Came out quick, got a quick start, up 21-0 in the first quarter, and really just continued to press on from there.
Yeah, they did 21-0, and then 42-6 at halftime, and the offense really got into a good flow. Martin with a big game. The passing game was executing, but how about that defense, especially the defensive line that Coach Young talked about, had to kind of step up tonight. That defensive line and the defensive unit as a whole really played well tonight.
They really did. They tackled well. Linebackers played a really good game as well. Defensive line, as I talked about with Coach Young before the game, he was very pleased with last week, and they continue to improve. But offensively, man, what else could you ask for? I mean, you have 3 touchdown passes from Caden Rowland, 4 touchdown rushes from LaDainian Martin.
Yeah, big night for Martin. He rushes for 217 yards and 4 touchdowns, as Holt said. He was one of our Sims and Carr player of the game to go along with Austin McGee defensively. Could have picked a lot of guys, but Austin seemed to be calling his name a lot. But I think the defensive unit's got to feel a lot better than they felt after those first 2 weeks after the win tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Bryce Foster with another big game for the Yellow Jackets. And before we ended, Nick Holmes ended the scoring for the Jackets. Had a great run there from 5 yards out to end the scoring. So great job by Nick, and the offensive line played really good tonight.
Yeah, it was a big win tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Much needed win as they'll move to 1-2 on the young season, but big test next week as they go over to Nixon Field to take on the Rebels.
Yeah, you know, we've that rivalry's been one-sided for a while. Hopefully this will give the Jackets some momentum. I know Burns is probably going to move on after a victory tonight, so hopefully you'll join us next week as we travel down to Nixon Field. Hopefully you can catch us on WGYT 92.1 or yellowjacketsports.net.